Pedagogy of Mathematics Teaching Skills. Origin. It was invented in 1963 at the Stanford University by W. Allen. Its introduction is to prepare aiming teaching candidate to real classroom settings by Brent and Thomas 1996. Concept is aimed to prepare teacher candidate for the actual classroom settings. Objectives enable teacher trainees to learn and assimilate new technique skills and number of teaching skill have to and gain confidence in teaching. Definitions by W. Allen and A.W.E. and L.C. Singh. Meaning of micro-teaching, in which a student's teacher practice teaching with a reduced number of pupils in reduced period of time with emphasis on a specific core teaching skills. It has many merits of micro-teaching. Limitations of micro-teaching. It is skill-oriented, content not emphasis. Mainly, it covers only a few specific skills. Likewise, it consuming time, techniques, and administrative program while arranging micro lessons, etc. Characteristics of micro-teaching. It's a highly individualized training device, which means reducing class size, duration of lessons, content to be a single content, and get a feedback. It's improving, fixing, and motivating the learners, and get a feedback from a CCTV or recordings, etc. Phases of micro-teaching. There are 3 phases of micro-teaching. 1. Knowledge acquisition phase, skill acquisition phase, transfer phase of micro-teaching. Each phase is having some activities to learn about the teaching skills. Cycle of micro-teaching or plan, teach, feedback, replan, reteach and re-feedback. First one is plan, which plan our topics to core teaching skills and are practiced easily and conveniently to different activities to the learners and the pupils. Second one is teach. It's a 6 minutes process. It's attempt to the teacher trainer to use the components of teaching skill in suitable classrooms process of teaching. And third one is feedback. It's also a 6 minutes. It helps the teacher trainee to improve upon his or her performance in desired direction by getting feedback from the trainer or a pupil. Fourth one is replan. It's a 12 minutes process. It replans the lessons and the topic to the trainers. Fifth one is reteach. What we have replanned and tell to the pupil or a trainer for the same pupil. Then sixth one is a re-feedback. It's the most important component which get a re-feedback from the trainer or a pupil. Steps of micro-teaching to essential for trainer and to become a teacher. First one is skill of introduction. It possesses a skill of a student, a great introduction before they begin teaching a lesson or a topic. Major elements are there: maximum use of previous knowledge, using the appropriate student state device, maintaining continuity, relevant state. Second one is skill of explaining. It's said to explain whether describing how, why and what, concept, phenomenon, event, action or conditions. It includes components like desirable behavior and explaining and beginning statements, concluding statements, questioning to test pupils' understanding. Third one is skill of problem questioning. A pupil responds by asking number of questions about already know and leading them to correct response to remove the understanding process. It includes components like prompting technique, seeing further information technique and reinforcing technique, direction techniques, increasing critical awareness technique. Fourth one is skill of stimulus variation. Its micro-teaching skill defined deliberate change in attention, drawing behavior of a teacher in order to secure and sustain the pupils. It includes components like movements, gesture, change in speech pattern. And focusing includes verbal focusing like listen carefully to this, gesture focusing like using just head and body, and verbal gestures, and changing in interaction styles, pausing, oral visual switching, etc. Then skill of reinforcement. A teacher using more and more positive reinforces and decreasing the use of negative reinforces to the pupil participation. It includes components of skills. First one is positive verbal reinforcement and positive non-verbal reinforcement. Next, extra verbal course, repeating and rephrasing, writing pupils' answers. Next one is skill of illustration, which involves describing an idea or concept or principle by various types of examples. It includes components of skills, formulating simple examples, formulating example relevant to rule or a content, and formulating interesting example using appropriate media for examples, using example by intro-detective approach. Next one is skill of blackboard writing. It makes content visually, helps to student attentive during the lectures. It includes components. First, legibility of handwriting, neatness in blackboard work, appropriateness of written work, illustration and diagrams to speak while writing, accuracy. Link lesson. A programmer of integration of sub-skill is called as a link practice or a link lesson. Many methods of link practice. One of method is after practicing 3 sub-skills separately, the trainee may combine all the 3 sub-skills in a 10 lessons of 10 minutes. Which method? A model for teaching is a pattern or plan which can be taken up with a view to shape a circumference or a course. Like by includes direct instructions, lectures and inquiry based learning.